Watch this carefully. Because at first, it looks like nothing. Just a group of people walking with luggage somewhere you can't quite place. No context with no explanation. The kind you scroll past without thinking twice. But this one was different.
Could face punishment of up to a $1.7 million fine.
It spread fast. And the more people watched it, the more uncomfortable it became.
People with dwarfism to entertain him and them, and women with particular sized breasts to entertain him and them.
Because hidden inside something that looked completely random was a name
Lamine Yamal.
Lamine Yamal.
no one expected to see. Lamine Yamal. And within hours, that name was everywhere. Not for what he did on the pitch, but for something that felt completely out of control. Because just weeks earlier, he wasn't just another young player. He was untouchable. A teenage prodigy already playing like one of the best in the world. The future of Barcelona handed to him before he even turned 18. And then he did. And everything started to change.
Lamine Yamal, the Spanish footballer, he's only 18, and at his 18th birthday party, which is now being looked into by the Spanish government, by the authorities in Spain, he or someone had hired people with dwarfism to entertain him and them.
¿En la fiesta de Lamine te sentiste en algún momento maltratado?
Ningún momento, al revés. Era uno más de Dios. Era, no que no puedo hablar sobre el tema este, lo siento.
Vale, sí, hay confidencialidad, pero es decir, no hubo ningún incidente.
No, al revés. Todo bien, todo maravilla, todo muy bien. Y siempre con respeto hacia nosotros y éramos artistas ahí.
You only turn 18 once, so when Lamine Yamal turned 18 in 2025, he decided to go crazy. He was already a Spanish champion with Barcelona and a European champion with Spain. So his 18th was indeed something to celebrate. And everyone was there to celebrate him.
He was like, yo, bro, good. I'm celebrating my birthday, blah, 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 in Barcelona on July 12th. It's going to be a good party. Let me know if you're in. I was like, yeah, bro, I'm going to try my best to be out there. This Lamine right here.
But this party got him into so much trouble.
People with dwarfism to perform at the event. So obviously Spain's ADEE, threatening legal action against Yamal, and the Spanish government potentially set to investigate it.
For weeks, the whole world was talking about this infamous birthday party.
Bro, what the hell happened at Lamine Yamal's party? There is going to be legal action done against Lamine Yamal.
Who went to this, bro? Dwarfs! Hold up. Lamine, what you into, bro? They got like 7 of them lined up going in. What could you possibly be doing?
Did you boys not have dwarves at your 18th?
No, burnt them all out of the 16th.
He does seem to be going down a weird path.
But it wasn't just about people with dwarfism performing at the party. There was more
to the fire,
to it.
Model Claudia Calvo, Miss Teenager Spain 2021, came forward with more accusations. She claims that she was offered up to 20,000 euros to attend the party, but turned it down. They were looking for blondes with specific breast sizes. Phones weren't allowed. I didn't understand what they expected from us, so I refused.
And more things continue to reveal themselves in the days after this party for the ages. This mystery lady who seemed to have popped out of nowhere made the entire world of football finally turn on Lamine Yamal. Even his own fans.
At just 18 years old, Barcelona's wonderkid Lamine Yamal is making headlines off the pitch. Rumors started that the teenage Barcelona star was getting close to 25-year-old Argentine singer Nicki Nicole, spotted at clubs, on vacation, and even in the stands wearing his jersey. Then on August 25th, Yamal made it official, posting a romantic birthday tribute filled with roses and hearts. Nicki reposted with flaming emojis, confirming the love story.
Nicki Nicole is a superstar on her own. She has had a musical career longer than Lamine Yamal has had a professional footballing career. But as far as fans of Barcelona and Lamine Yamal were concerned, she was a villain. Nicky Nicole is 7 years older than Lamine Yamal, and there were rumours that the two had been involved when he was still 17, only choosing to go public with the relationship after he became legal. A lot of fans found the whole thing weird, and they didn't waste time pointing it out.
Nicky Nicole, you're weird as and I'm surprised that more people don't think so. Lamine Yamal, the 18-year-old football star for Barcelona, is dating the 25-year-old Argentine singer Nicky Nicole, with the relationship being publicly confirmed on Nicky Nicole's 25th birthday. But the dating rumors go months back to when Lamine was still a minor. Okay, sure, you can say that these are two consenting adults, but when you put it into context, a teenager still shaping his career and his identity, being linked with an established international star, it becomes more complicated and honestly weird. If the genders were swapped, a 25-year-old man with an 18-year-old rising female athlete, would the media, the football world, the public respond the same way?
But Lamine Yamal didn't care. He took her everywhere with him. He brought her to Barcelona games, introduced her to his teammates, his coach, and even the club president. He was absolutely obsessed with her. The fans already had a bad feeling from the moment this relationship went public in the off-season. But when the season started, it got much worse. You see, in the previous season, Lamine Yamal was one of the best players in the world. He scored big goals. Produced sensational performances. Won big awards. And already had the respect of fellow professionals and legends of the game.
Witnessed tonight from Lamine Yamal, and you said it already, Micah. It's not normal to be like that at 17. I'm not talking about what he does when he's on the ball, his awareness, how calm he is, the way he sees the game, the way he will defend, put pressure. It's just not normal.
We've got to talk about Lamine Yamal as well. How good is this guy at 17 years old?
I think he's the best player in the world, to be honest.
I've got to ask you about Lamine Yamal, man. Yeah. What do you make of Lamine?
Yeah, he's top, man. Honestly, he's doing what he's doing at his age, you know. What can you say, man? He's unreal.
How hard is it to do that at 17 on a stage like that as well?
It's not how hard, it's not normal. No one does it. I don't think I've seen that level of 17-year-olds, so credit to him.
He played so well that he was rewarded with the prestigious number 10 shirt of Barcelona. The same number greats like Diego Maradona, Ronaldinho, and Lionel Messi wore at the club. The teenager was also rewarded with a huge contract reportedly worth $45 million per year. And he signed huge contracts with huge international companies.
Lamine Yamal has signed a €200 million contract with Visa to become its global ambassador. He will be the face of the 2026 World Cup. The first phase of World Cup ticket sales has already begun, where registration is only possible with a VISA card. This moment was leveraged by using Lamine Yamal's image to reach more people.
So he was coming into the new season as a superstar, and so expectations were sky high. But the new season started very differently. Very, very differently. It felt like he fell off. Some fans said that he had let the success of the previous season get to his head and had now become very arrogant.
Listen, there's nothing wrong with having faith in yourself. There's nothing wrong with believing in yourself. But crowning yourself, brother, any man who says I am king is no true king.
Fans were coming up with all sorts of theories.
But now, it's become more than clear, and everyone knows the truth. Those goals were dedicated to one person, Nicky Nicole. Look at how, throughout their relationship, Lamine celebrated again and again by putting on that crown.
And most fans blamed it on his new girlfriend, Nicky Nicole. But they blamed her for more than just a celebration. They blamed her for Yamal's increased ego and decreased form. And it all came to a head when he picked up an injury, the first major one of his entire career.
Spain called up Lamine Yamal once again for their upcoming games, but then a few hours later, Barcelona had a thing to say about that because they announced that Lamine Yamal is actually injured now for the next 2 to 3 weeks after aggravating that groin injury.
It might have sounded crazy, but being a groin injury, fans blamed it on his girlfriend. Some even said it could have been an infection. As far as they were concerned, this older and more worldly lady had latched onto their new star boy and introduced him to sex, parties, and a wayward lifestyle. They said that her influence in his life distracted him from his first love, football. And that had started to make him lose focus on his health, his fitness, and his game. You know who else they blamed? Barcelona legend Neymar. It was never a secret that Neymar had always been Yamal's idol, right from when he was a kid. And in the summer of 2025, the pair finally met in Brazil and spent some time together. Many fans believe that Neymar's obsession with parties and women, along with his poor mentality regarding football, stopped him from reaching his full potential. And they felt that he was beginning to influence Lamine Yamal as well. Yamal was sidelined for a month because of his groin problems, forcing him to miss big games in the league and the Champions League. When he returned, he just wasn't the same anymore. But then in October 2025, he made a decision that changed his life and probably saved his entire career.
We're not together. We've simply separated, that's it. Everything being said has nothing to do with our relationship. I haven't cheated, and I haven't been with another person.
This news was met with celebrations by fans of Barcelona, Spain, and Lamine Yamal himself.
They have been together for 3 months, but the funniest thing is that just recently Yamal bought Piqué and Shakira's $1 million mansion for him and Nicole, and now they have broken up. So does this mean no more injuries in the pubic area for Yamal?
Indeed, a lot of jokes were made out of it, but fans really did feel like his girlfriend had been distracting him a lot. This wasn't a childhood sweetheart like Messi had. This was a much older lady he just met one day and suddenly became obsessed with. So yes, fans were glad that she was now history. Shortly after the split was confirmed, Lamine Yamal seemed sad. But we would soon find out that what we interpreted as sadness was perhaps just him trying to realign his focus. Not long after the breakup, Lamine Yamal returned from his injury and started to tear things up on the pitch.
Yamal, den så sig igen. Det er fantastisk mål derhen. En scoring fra Aller. Det er dribling 1-2. Aflevering med hælen og så
He looked like a man reborn. He moved with purpose, with confidence, with swagger. 8 goal involvements in 7 games. He was back. People started to respect him again. Opponents started to fear him. Fans started to enjoy him once more.
There's always this talk about, is the game heading in a direction where we don't like it being? Is the game being sapped of entertainment? Is it being sapped of mavericks and players just playing off the cuff? That's what makes Yamal for me such a special player, because not only is he effective, not only does he have this element of he can score an assist and win you games from a statistical point of view, but he still plays with that freedom and that ingenuity that I think the ex-legends of the game appreciate so much, and that's what separates him from everybody else.
And it wasn't just about the performances. He had also ditched the celebration many found arrogant. When he got his first goal after the breakup, he celebrated by kissing the Barcelona badge. That was when fans were so sure that he was truly back. They could tell that he was no longer playing to impress a girl. He was no longer bothered about being a king to some newfound queen. He just wanted to play for the badge, and that's the player they fell in love with. Since his split from Nicky Nicole, Lamine Yamal has reached some unbelievable levels, scoring more regularly, creating more chances for his teammates, and putting up a much better show for the fans. But in all of this, what many fans found most important was that the injuries were now behind him. Since that breakup, he hasn't missed a single game of football. He has always shown up and is now the leader of the team at 18. Safe to say that a lot has changed since he turned 18. It looked like Lamine Yamal was headed down a scary path after the Spanish government was forced to investigate his birthday party.
The Barcelona footballer is facing backlash after dwarves were hired to entertain guests at his birthday party. Disability rights groups have criticised Yamal, and Jesus Martin from Spain's Ministry of Social Rights has called for an investigation into the event.
And things seem to get much worse after his relationship with Nicky Nicole went public. But he managed to shake all of that off and focus on the things that matter most. His football, his fitness, and his family. Now, Lamine Yamal emerges with the composure of a young monarch destined for assured world dominance. His game has evolved. He is now more decisive, more powerful, and more intimidating than ever before. At such a young age, he's already signaling a future where he could dominate the world of football. And all of this is thanks to that big decision he made to put football over anything else.